Hey everybody out there, all friends and fans that are over 35 years old, if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, and you want to discover how you can optimize hormones and maintain a healthy weight in as little as 12 minutes a day using a strategic metabolic protocol that's designed for the current hormonal condition of anyone who's over 35 years old. Stop by and pay close attention. My name is Sean Hatzel. I'm a 47-year-old fitness professional. I've been in the industry over 20 years, and inside this video, I want to share how I've been able to maintain six-pack abs for over 10 years in a row using a 12-minute protocol that you'll find over at my website. Now, in this video, I also want to share with you several other tips that I've used to maintain this condition, and just to show you proof and evidence of that, here I am from 2008 all the way up to 2017 using this 12-minute protocol, in conjunction with the tips I'm going to share with you inside this video about taking control of the hormone called insulin. Insulin is the hormone that's responsible for the body storing fat. So if you want to maintain a healthy weight, follow these 4 tips like I have and use them in conjunction with my 12-minute protocol that uses specific movement patterns, specific intensity levels, and specific rest periods that are designed for the hormones for people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s. Now, the first tip to stabilize and control insulin is to simply use a set feeding and fasting window. And I recommend 12 hours a day, 5 days of the week. So this is very simple. If you eat your last meal at 7 p.m., your next meal, the first meal the next day should be at 7 a.m. That's a 12-hour window. So now you're in a 12-hour fasting window. While you sleep, most of that will take place, so you really don't have to worry about hunger or cravings. And then while you're awake for 12 hours, you'll be feeding during that window. Now, of course, it's very important how you feed yourself to control insulin. I'll share 3 more tips to help you with that in just a second. But what this also does, while you're fasting for this 12 hours, and again, 6 to 8 hours of this should be while you're sleeping, it stabilizes insulin so that when you wake up, you have more stable blood sugar. Now, this keeps the body in an environment where it won't gain weight. And the second tip to use is to simply balance your meals. So healthy fruits, for example, like bananas. Ripe bananas have a lot of glucose and sugar in them. Ripe apples have a lot of sugar in them. These are healthy choices from nature, but if you eat them by themselves, this can cause an increase in insulin and force the body to store more fat. So the solution to this is to simply balance the meals. So every day, what my wife Karen and I do is every time we want to have some ripe fruit or berries or some type of healthy starch even, we make sure that we eat it with some type of healthy protein. This will help minimize the blood sugar elevation, which of course prevents the insulin spike, and it will help keep the body in an environment where it can maintain a healthy weight. Now, the third and final strategy is to time your carb intake. Now, everybody knows that you shouldn't be eating processed carbs because you'll never be able to maintain a healthy weight doing that. So I'm talking about healthy carbs. And after my 12-minute protocol, which is specifically designed to help people over 35 increase growth hormone and increase adrenaline, 2 of the hormones that are responsible for preventing people from gaining weight, it also elevates the metabolic rate and boosts your metabolism for up to 38 to 48 hours afterwards. And somewhere around this video, you're gonna see a link to click or tap. Well, you'll learn all about this 12-minute protocol along with a bunch of substantiated research and published studies backing up any claims that I've made in this video. And after that 12-minute protocol, your body's muscles are like a sponge and they want to absorb nutrients. So this is one of the best times you can pick to eat your favorite carbs. Most people think that you need to stay away from carbs altogether to maintain a healthy weight, but truth be told, they can actually be very anabolic and actually help boost your metabolism when you eat them in the post-workout window with a high-quality protein source. Now, a general rule of thumb is to just use a fist-sized serving of carbs and a palm-sized serving of protein to help stabilize blood sugar and prevent those insulin spikes. So hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, click the like button, share it, tag somebody you know could benefit. Go over to our website, learn all about this 12-minute protocol if you're over 35 years old. I think it's very important to learn about this way of moving that's different. When I was 28 years old, it was easy. I'll show you. I was 28 years old. I placed first runner-up grand champion in one of the world's largest body transformation contests called Body for Life. You can see here, I was 28 and I was shredded. And I was using, all I was doing was eating 6 to 7 small meals a day, which I know now is not necessary because my hormones have changed. I used to do tons of steady state cardio after weight training. And what I've discovered is heavy weights, cardio, and small frequent meals are not necessary, especially if you're over 35, because they don't cater to the hormonal condition of our bodies. Instead, follow the movement patterns and the 12-minute metabolic protocol you'll find over at my website. Now, if you're still here watching, we're almost 6 minutes in. Time is our most precious commodity, and I want to thank you. I'm very grateful that you took time to watch this video. You're bombarded every day, I'm sure, with these types of messages, so I'm very grateful. And I want to inspire you to let you know that you can do this. Now, there's 3 other tips that I want to share inside this video if you want to stick around. And it's very important. These are the 3 tips my wife Karen and I have used to look years younger than I real age. People are always freak out when they find I'm a 47-year-old grandfather with 5 grandkids. And one of the ways that I do this is these 3 tips. Now, they're not normal diet and exercise tips. The first tip is surround yourself with like-minded people. This is critical. I can give you all the tips in the world to help boost your metabolism, help you optimize hormones and maintain a healthy weight. But if you're surrounding yourself with negative people that are going to take you away from your goals, your dreams, and your desires, you'll never succeed. I mean, it's simple. If you hang out at a bar, you're probably more likely to drink. So try to do your best to surround yourself with fit, healthy people who support your goals. I know that we have friends and family that sometimes this is impossible, and we all have our shortcomings. I mean, every time you point the finger, you have 3 pointing back at you. So always do your best, because you become who you hang out with most of the time. Now, the second tip is to create some type of accountability system with urgencies and deadlines. For example, I like to schedule a photo shoot once a year. You can see here for 10 years in a row, like I showed you, I schedule these photo shoots. And when I do that, I know that I have to be in front of a camera. So I know every time that I go to eat a meal, I'm viewing it differently because I have an accountability deadline in place. Now, you could do something different. You could find a workout partner. You could text each other your meals. You could create a deadline. It could be an anniversary. It could be a wedding. It could be a vacation. It could be a class reunion. So find some type of way to create a deadline and urgency. And then the third and final strategy is to make sure that you strive just to be consistent, not perfect. You see, there's no such thing as perfection when it comes to trying to live a healthier, leaner, longer life. It's practically impossible. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to eat food that we shouldn't eat. We're all going to skip exercise when we shouldn't. But get up the next day and start over and strive for consistency, not perfection. Perfection does not exist. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know from firsthand, real life, real world experience. So thanks for watching this, and keep going strong.